Hello everyone, this is The Last Word and I'm Maria Shakil. On the show tonight, first the language war in Maharashtra which has hit the streets today. Who is fanning the fires and who will gain from all of this? Second, we look at Karnataka Game of Thrones, where after apparent truce, or should I say temporary truce, another MLA has pitched for DKS, that is DK Shiv Kumar, as the Chief Minister. And half past the hour, an issue that touches a raw nerve with every parent. Mobile phone addiction among children and teenagers, that is a problem being faced and discussed in every household. Can we do something about it, is what we ask on the show tonight. But first up, when does language stop being just a medium of communication and become a political flashpoint? That question is echoing across Maharashtra as tension seems to be rising between Marathi and non-Marathi speaking communities. What began as a cultural assertion has now spilled onto the streets with protests, counter-protests, and growing social media friction. But here's the real question. Is this truly about identity or is this about elections? Remember, the BMC elections are not very far because just a few months from now, Mumbai goes to polls. The BMC, which is India's richest municipal corporation, is up for grabs. And once again, the language debate is back at the center of political rhetoric. Is this revival of the Marathi versus non-Marathi divide? Is this organic or is it manufactured for electoral mileage? Is language being used to unite or to polarize communities living together for generations? And in a city like Mumbai, which has been built by Marathis, Gujaratis, North Indians, South Indians, migrants and dreamers, can a single identity truly define its soul? The signs are telling. Slogans, cultural processions, calls to prioritize Marathi in signage, jobs, education. But is the goal to really protect the language or is it about reclaiming lost political ground? This isn't the first time, ladies and gentlemen, that language has been weaponized in Maharashtra politics. From the Shiv Sena's rise in the 1960s to recent tensions between political allies turned rivals, identity politics has always run deep in Maharashtra's veins. And here's the risk. When identity becomes a litmus test, inclusivity becomes a casualty. So tonight we ask, are politicians using cultural pride as a cover for vote bank engineering? Will the language divide be the new battleground for old power struggles? And more importantly, what happens to the idea of Mumbai as a city of coexistence when lines are drawn between who belongs and who doesn't? The fight for language rights is legitimate, but not if it's driven by electoral arithmetic. Because if politics pits Marathi versus non-Marathi today, what's next? Region versus religion, Mumbai versus Maharashtra. At what point do we stop and ask who is really benefiting from this divide? First up the story, then I bring in the guests.
Brazen MNS on Mumbai street, claiming to be protesting to uphold the Marathi pride. Days after its workers have been caught beating and abusing people, the self-claimed protectors of Marathi hits the street. Thousands gathered in Mira Bhayandar for a rally organized by the Marathi Ekikaran Samiti in collaboration with the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. The event was positioned as a counter-protest to a traders' rally held earlier against the MNS. Despite the massive turnout, the administration denied MNS the permission for the rally, citing logistical concerns. Notices were issued to organizers and participants, and multiple preventive detentions were also carried out.
मैंने जब पुलिस कमिश्नर से पूछा तो पुलिस कमिश्नर ने मुझे कहा कि हमने उनको रूट चेंज करने के लिए कहा था, लेकिन वो एडमंट थे कि हमको ये रूट लेना है, इसलिए पुलिस ने उसको नकारा है। छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज
आजचा आमचा मराठी भाषेची आग्रही मागणी आहे. मराठी भाषेचा मोर्चा आहे. आम्हाला
काय मांग काय तुमची मांग काय?
आम्हाला आमच्या राज्यामध्ये मराठीचा आदर झाला पाहिजे, मराठी बोलता आलं पाहिजे.
The police crackdown sparked strong reactions.
महाराष्ट्राचे मुख्यमंत्री, महाराष्ट्राचे गृहराज्यमंत्री यांनी असं सांगितलं की आम्ही मोर्चाला परवानगी देत होतो, फक्त रूट बदलायला सांगत होतो. मला स्पष्टपणे सांगायचं आहे की मोर्चाची परवानगी पोलीस द्यायला तयार नव्हते आणि जो रूट बदलण्याचा विषय आहे तो ते आम्हाला सांगत होते. घटना घडली मीरा रोडमध्ये, व्यापाऱ्यांनी मोर्चा काढला मीरा रोडमध्ये आणि आम्हाला सांगत होते मोर्चा काढा घोडबंदर रोडला. मला सांगा, मीरा रोड मधल्या घटनेचा घोडबंदरला कोणी मोर्चा काढता का?
Some days back they had given permission to non-Marathis to do a andolan. Now when Marathi people or Manse people are thinking to do a andolan or a demonstration, then this government denied permission to them. But BJP is purposely making a war between Marathi and non-Marathi, looking at Mumbai election and Bihar election.
Shortly after Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis explained the police action, his own alliance colleague, Thane MLA and Transport Minister broke ranks, rushed out of the assembly and joined the protest. However, he was later heckled by the crowd.
नहीं जा रहा हूँ मीरा भाईंदर में. अगर पुलिस की हिम्मत रहेगी तो पुलिस प्रताप सरनाईक को गिरफ्तार करके दिखाए.
सर, पर चीफ मिनिस्टर ने कहा है कि रूट ठीक से सिलेक्ट नहीं किया गया था.
जो कुछ भी रहने दो, सभी मराठी भाषिकों को उठा के उन्होंने जेल में डाला है. वो सभी मराठी भाषिकों को छुड़ाने के लिए.
Later, representatives of the other two Senas of Shinde and UBT camps were also seen at the protest site, trying to seen standing with the Marathi cause. While Netas have their political compulsions, over the last few days, NDTV has been running a persistent campaign against MNS hooliganism and violence. They have shown their crass actions, whether it was beating of a shopkeeper or when MNS Neta's brat son was seen abusing a woman in drunken and half-naked state.
बिल्कुल लोगों को मराठी सीखनी चाहिए, पर किसी को मार के मराठी कोई नहीं सीख पाएगा. मार के हम कभी कोई काम नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट हाँ, हम प्यार से जो चीज़ करवा सकते हैं, कभी गुंडागर्दी से नहीं करवा सकते.
We have been putting all the tough questions to the authorities and demanding action against shameful conduct of Raj Thakre's party. Adding fuel to the fire were controversial remarks by BJP MP Nishikant Dubey.
कि जब अपने घर में हो, महाराष्ट्र में हो, यदि बहुत बड़े बॉस हो तो चलो बिहार, चलो उत्तर प्रदेश, चलो तमिलनाडु, तुमको पटक पटक के मारेंगे.
The comments drew sharp criticism across party lines. Many saw this as a deliberate attempt to stoke Marathi versus non-Marathi tensions in the city right before the BMC election.
भाजपचं जे प्लेबुक आहे, तोडाफोडा राज्य करा, दोन समाजामध्ये असेल, दोन जातींमध्ये असेल, दोन धर्मांमध्ये असेल, वाद लावा, वाद निर्माण करा आणि स्वतःची पोळी भाजा. इक्बाल मिरची बरोबर ज्यांनी व्यवसाय केला ते त्यांच्या पक्षात आहेत. सलीम कुत्ता यांच्याबरोबर जे नाचले ते त्यांच्या पक्षात आहेत आणि कदाचित दाऊद देखील त्यांच्याच पक्षात असतील. निशिकांत दुबेंनी आधी स्पष्ट करावं त्यांना बिहार सोडून झारखंडला का जावं लागलं.
Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis distanced himself from Dubey's remarks and said such statements must be avoided.
निशिकांत दुबे यांचं जर तुम्ही पूर्ण ऐकलं तर ते संघटनेच्या संदर्भात बोलले आहेत. ते मराठी माणसाला त्यांनी सरसकट त्या ठिकाणी म्हटलेलं नाही. तथापि माझं मत असं आहे की अशा प्रकारे बोलणं योग्य नाही आहे, कारण त्याचे जे अर्थ निघतात ते अर्थ हे लोकांच्या मनात संभ्रम तयार करतात.
The language row has intensified here in the state of Maharashtra, especially after the involvement of political parties and civic societies. At the same time, statement by Bharatiya Janata Party Member of Parliament Nishikant Dubey, which is extremely controversial, has also shed light on whether this is just an attempt to create political fodder by the ruling dispensation. With camera person Mahesh Halwai, this is Anuj Rai reporting for NDTV from Mumbai.
And joining me now is senior Congress leader and former Congress chief of Maharashtra, Nana Patole. How do you see this entire Marathi versus non-Marathi narrative which is playing out on the streets? Of course, this is happening at the epicenter of, or should I say the birthplace of a Shiv Sena, that is Thane. And particularly, I want you to explain to us what does the Congress think about the role of Uddhav Thackeray Sena in this?
देखो, महाराष्ट्र में जो मराठी और हिंदी भाषिक की जो लड़ाई शुरू करने का काम है, सरकार प्रायोजित है. महाराष्ट्र में कभी भी नहीं था ये कि इस तरह की मराठी और हिंदी भाषी, क्योंकि मुंबई तो एक शहर ऐसा रहा है कि हमेशा, क्योंकि ये मेट्रोपोलिटन सिटी है, यहाँ पे दुनिया भर के लोग रहते हैं। लेकिन बीजेपी का हमेशा एक खेल रहा है जो डिवाइड एंड रूल वाला, उसके आधार पर वो कभी जाति के आधार पर, कभी प्रांत के आधार पर, कभी भाषा के आधार पर लोगों को डिवाइड करो और राजनीति करो। ये जो बीजेपी की चाल रही है उसी के अंदर में ये महाराष्ट्र अभी फंसा हुआ है। तो जिस तरह से क्योंकि ये तो था ही नहीं, कोई इन्हें नया सर्कुलर निकालने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी। ऑलरेडी सर्कुलर निकालकर जनता के मूल इशू को उन लोगों ने डाइवर्ट करने की व्यवस्था बनाई। पर ये राजनीति करने का काम ये लोग कर रहे हैं, जिससे महाराष्ट्र का नुकसान हो रहा है। महाराष्ट्र के उद्योग यहाँ से जा रहे हैं गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र बेरोजगारों का महाराष्ट्र बनते जा रहा है, महाराष्ट्र की बदनामी होते जा रही है। मुंबई ये देश की आर्थिक राजधानी है और इसको बर्बाद करने का काम राज्य की सरकार कर रही है और ये स्पष्ट हम सब लोगों को दिख रहा है।
कहना है कि भाजपा जिम्मेदार है ये पूरी घटनाक्रम के लिए कि बार बार किसी जो शॉपकीपर है उसको थप्पड़ मार दिया जाता है और जो हो रहा है। तो लेकिन शिवसेना जो उद्धव ठाकरे का है वो तो आपके सहयोगी दल हैं, वो क्यों इसमें आग डाल रहे हैं?
नहीं, देखो, अलायंस कोई एग्रीमेंट नहीं बनता। अलायंस का तो जैसे अभी ये जो महाराष्ट्र की सरकार है वो 3 पार्टी की सरकार है, उनका कोई एग्रीमेंट नहीं है। हमारा भी कोई इनसे एग्रीमेंट नहीं है। अपने अपने विचारधारा के आधार पर राजनीति सभी दलों को करने का अधिकार होता है, लेकिन हम लोग उनमें कहीं इन्वॉल्व नहीं हुए क्योंकि हम लोग नहीं चाहते, क्योंकि हम संविधान को मानने वाले लोग हैं और सर्वधर्म समभाव की जो भूमिका है, भाषा का वाद, क्योंकि हमारे देश की पहचान ही ऐसी है कि विविध भाषा, विविध धर्म, विविध जाति, और ये सब रहने के बाद भी फिर भी हिंदुस्तान हमारा एक है। यही भूमिका को हमेशा कांग्रेस ने माना है। जो महाराष्ट्र में चल रहा है कि हिंदी भाषी को मारा जा रहा है, ये बात को हम लोग कभी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते और सबका सम्मान होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का महाराष्ट्र है। जिस महाराज ने सब धर्म समभाव की भूमिका लेकर महाराष्ट्र को खड़ा किया था, महाराष्ट्र का स्वाभिमान को खड़ा किया था, वो महाराष्ट्र को अगर महायुति की सरकार अगर बदनाम कर रही है तो कदापि ये हम लोग एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे और महाराष्ट्र की जनता को यही बताएंगे कि महाराष्ट्र को तोड़ने का काम बीजेपी प्रायोजित जो महाराष्ट्र की सरकार है वो कर रही है और महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने भी इनको माफ नहीं करना चाहिए।
लेकिन इस इशू ने उद्धव ठाकरे और राज ठाकरे को फिर से करीब कर दिया है। लगभग 20 साल के बाद वो लोग फिर से एक बार मंच पर एक बार साथ में दिखे हैं। तो नाना पटोले, मेरा सवाल ये होगा कि ये माना जा रहा है कि ये सब बीएमसी चुनाव से जुड़ा हुआ है और बीएमसी चुनाव में अगर कांग्रेस का यही स्टैंड रहा जो आप बोल रहे हैं तो उससे आपको दिक्कत नहीं होगी?
नहीं, इसका तो हम विरोध करते हैं और सरकार प्रायोजित है। मैंने इसलिए कहा कि मुख्यमंत्री ने अभी स्टेटमेंट किया था कि हम ऐसे लोगों को छोड़ेंगे नहीं। अरे तो तुमको रोका किसने? तुम्हारी तो मेजोरिटी की गवर्नमेंट है, तुमको रोका किसने? और इसलिए ये सरकार प्रायोजित मैं कह रहा हूं कि सरकार अपने सत्ता का दुरुपयोग कर रही है और महाराष्ट्र को तोड़ रही है। और ये जो प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा है, जिस तरह से आज मंत्री को भी लोगों ने भगाया, उसकी गाड़ी के कांच फोड़े, पत्थरवाह किया, तो हम हमेशा एक बात कह रहे थे कि ये सरकार जनता के बीच में से नहीं आई है, बेईमानी से सरकार आई है। और उसका परिणाम आज आपने देखा होगा कि लोगों ने इनके एक मंत्री को आज वहां पर मीरा भाईंदर में भगाया, पत्थर मार के भगाया। ये तो वास्तविकता है। और रही चुनाव की बात, जो है चुनाव, क्योंकि ये सरकार अपने जो वादे इन लोगों ने किए थे, सरकार इसमें फेल हो गई। केंद्र की सरकार हो या राज्य की सरकार हो, ये इसमें फेल हो गए। इसलिए लोगों को डाइवर्ट करने के लिए इस तरह का हिंदी भाषी को यहाँ पे पकड़ के मारने का काम जो शुरू किया गया है, और सरकार देख रही है, सरकार इन लोगों के ऊपर कार्रवाई नहीं कर रही है।
All right, Nana Patole, I appreciate your time. Let me bring in the guests who are joining us now. Manisha Kayande is a member of Legislative Council in Maharashtra and spokesperson of the Shiv Sena. Akhil Chitre is leader of the Shiv Sena UBT faction. Manoj Giri is the leader of MNS, and Rohit Chandravarkar is a senior journalist. Manoj Giri, it's very clear that UBT and of course MNS are united on this issue. But the question is, are you ignoring the fact that Mumbai has been built by people who take pride in the idea that they are working in Mumbai? I mean, it has nothing to do with being anti-Marathi. They can be a Mumbaiker working in Mumbai. Why are you targeting them? उनको टारगेट क्यों कर रहे हैं मनोज गिरी आप लोग?
नहीं, फर्स्ट थिंग मैं आपको बता दूं, बहुत क्लियर कर लूं, किसी को भी कोई भी टारगेट नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है? अभी जो भी ये चीजें दिखाई जा रही है, आधी चीजें दिखाई जा रही हैं। आपने जो वीडियो देखा, वो आपने वीडियो देखा 40 सेकेंड का, ठीक है? वो किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लीडर ने उसको डाला उस पे, ठीक है? लेकिन वो वीडियो जो है वो डेढ़ मिनट का 1.30 सेकेंड्स का है। आप उसको अगर पूरा वीडियो देखेंगे तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि हुआ क्या था, ठीक है? उसको मैं आपको थोड़ा सा जानकारी दे दूं कि उस दिन जिया रद्द होने के दो जिया जो रद्द हुए थे, उसका सेलिब्रेशन शिवसेना और मनसे के कार्यकर्ता कंबाइन में कर रहे थे, ठीक है? तो वो जोधपुर स्वीट मार्ट है, जो दुकान है, वहां पे ही उन बच्चों ने वहां से जाके लड्डू खरीदा और फिर लोगों को बांटा, ठीक है? फिर बाद में
जो आज हुआ है उसके लिए आप किसको जिम्मेदार समझते हैं? आपको लगता है जो अरेस्ट हुए हैं, डिटेंशंस हुए हैं, आज वो सही कदम लिया है देवेंद्र फडणवीस की सरकार ने?
आप देखिए, अगर यहाँ पे व्यापारी लोगों ने कुछ दिन पहले निकाला था, मोर्चा निकाला, तो उन्हें क्यों नहीं रोका गया? उनके खिलाफ उनको क्यों नहीं अंदर डाला गया? वो भी बहुत संख्या में थे, बहुत ज्यादा संख्या में थे। उस दिन दुकानें बंद थी, तो उनके लिए कोई मोर्चा क्यों नहीं निकला? उनका मोर्चा क्यों नहीं रोका गया? उनके लिए कोई बंदोबस्त क्यों नहीं किया गया? आज अगर मराठी मानुस है, राज साहब का है, अगर उन्होंने बोला था और मीरा भाईंदर के लोगों ने, अगर मराठी मानुस ने सब इकट्ठा होके अगर वो निकाल रहे आंदोलन, शांतिपूर्ण आंदोलन था, उन्होंने सिर्फ मार्च करना था। वो बालाजी सर्कल पे जमा होके वहां से उनको स्टेशन तक, कौस्तुभ चौक तक जाना था, वहां पे उनको प्रोटेस्ट करना था। उन्होंने तो कुछ किया नहीं ना उसमें कोई।
But this entire protest, interestingly, Manisha, also saw one of your ministers join in. Of course, he was heckled and was asked to leave the protest site. But the question is, what really is happening? I mean, why is the BJP wanting the two brothers to come together? Because Raj Thackeray famously said over the weekend when he addressed that big gathering that what Balasaheb Thackeray could not do, Devendra Fadnavis achieved.
Well, keeping that aside, the main fact is that MNS was protesting against the GR that the government brought in, okay, regarding the third language, Hindi, that is perceived to be compulsory, which was not, it is not 100% correct. Okay, it is a third optional Indian language, which I think was mistaken that it is Hindi is compulsory. So any person who is in a particular school, say I am in the first standard and I am a Maharashtrian, obviously I would choose Hindi, or if I want to choose Telugu, Tamil, anything, any of the Indian language. Now keep that part aside. The two, MNS and the UBT came together on this issue. I think the UBT just got a chance to jump into something which was originally not theirs. It was entirely the credit of the MNS. UBT got into the bandwagon, they jumped into the bus and tried to grab the limelight. Uddhav Thackeray fraction tried to grab the limelight. That is what I want to say. Secondly, today our minister went there because Maharashtra Ekikaran Samiti had organized a morcha. As per the police and as per the home minister of the state, everybody said that they were asked to follow a different route. But our minister was totally against it. Even we are totally against it. I mean, why they were asked to take a separate route? They should have been allowed to take the same route as the protest carried out by the non-Marathi merchants. And our minister, Pratap Sarnaik, dared to go there. He did not, he had the courage to go there and face whatever was perceived to happen. He was heckled. Nobody threw stones. Somebody said that stones were thrown. No stones were thrown. A bottle was flinged at him. But he courageously remained there for the cause of the Marathi language. And let me tell you, it was Honorable Eknathji Shinde as the CM who brought the status of classical language for Marathi. So we are completely with the Marathi people and the Marathi language. And anybody who insults Marathi language, if anybody who says कि हम मराठी नहीं बोलेंगे, okay, if they show disrespect, then of course they will face certain things.
Okay,
but listen, one last sentence. But somebody needs to learn a language. You suddenly can't expect somebody to talk in that language. He needs some time. Okay, you can give time, you can learn. But if somebody insults, that is not correct.
No, but I don't see...
As the MNS worker, no, but as the MNS person who is sitting here, Mr. Giri, I think.
Yes.
You didn't allow him to complete. See, the video that was shown of beating the person, he said, Marathi nahi seekhenge to kya ho gaya? So that was something which he should have avoided.
Who should have avoided?
Yeah, he should have said, okay, I will like to learn Marathi. But if somebody says, kya hoga, nahi karenge to kya dekh lenge? See, this is what causes the tension.
But Manisha, I mean, the stand of the Shiv Sena of that is your party is of course similar to what MNS and UBT is saying. How is that different?
No, listen, there is a difference.
You believe in this kind of hooliganism?
UBT is just trying to grab limelight. They are trying to jump into the running train. Okay, they have done nothing for the Marathi Manus. UBT has done nothing. So hordes of Marathi people leaving the town. They did nothing. We brought in a policy for Marathi people to come back to the city.
Okay.
We are making a housing policy. We gave classical language.
So Akhil, both the brothers realize that this is of course an entry point in which they can get the limelight, and of course this is an issue which can unite the people of Maharashtra in favor of Balasaheb Thackeray's, legatees. Of course, that legacy debate was settled long ago, but then coming together of the two cousins will be seen as that emotional or emotive issue which was so far missing from this entire jigsaw puzzle.
See, first of all, I would like to put some facts in front of you. You heard everyone. I just heard what Mr. Giri said, what Kayanda ma'am said. But there is a factual thing which you need to realize about today's incident. 1 week back, there was a Bharatiya Janata Party sponsored so-called Traders Association protest, which had been conducted, which had on the streets of Mira Bhayandar. Okay. Now you can ask your Mumbai team, which is there on the ground, reporters, that in Mira Bhayandar, how many shops are there? But there were thousands of so-called shopkeepers and traders who were on the streets. They were not shopkeepers and traders. They were Bharatiya Janata Party's official members. I can share the video and photographs with you if required. And the other day when that rally was being conducted on the streets of Mira Bhayandar, there was no stoppage by the government in which this Shiv Sena, Shah Sena Gut and BJP is there. They are the ruling party. And the police also never interrupted them. But today, when on the same route, the Marathi Ekikaran Samiti was on the verge to have a rally there, the police stopped them. Maharashtra Navanirman Sena activists were being arrested in the night so that they could not attend the rally. Shiva Sena activists were being arrested so that they could not attend the rally. So how many arrests were made when this Traders Association were having their rally last week? So all this kind of thing which this government is...
So you are essentially saying that the government is approving this kind of hooliganism. And that is the reason why if you protest and then the detention happens, there's some kind of collusion here. Okay, we'll try and connect. Akhil,
Hello?
if you heard me.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So this whole situation has been created by the government itself.
Okay, so Manisha, you have created it. Is your government, so you have to explain.
Created in Maharashtra on the streets of
Eknath
Mumbai.
Shinde is the Deputy Chief Minister.
Who is promoting all this?
Well, Maria, sorry. I think the Minister Pratap Sarnaik has clarified that he did not like the police action. There was no need to detain them. There was no need to arrest them. That is what our Minister Pratap Sarnaik has said categorically. And he is going to talk to the Chief Minister and who is incidentally the Home Minister also. Because if the traders were allowed to have a morcha, even the Marathi Ekikaran Samiti should have been allowed to organize the morcha. And they were just, as per what the minister said, the other minister said that they were asked to change the route, for which they were not agreeing. So I think that police need to also explain. And even the BJP, as the Chief Minister, I think you can ask the question to the Chief Minister also, who is incidentally the Home Minister.
Okay, so the BJP has to explain. Rohit Chandravarkar, it appears certainly that there is some kind of fanning of ambitions here, which has been done by the BJP, and it could be very strategic because by enabling MNS, it could very well be dividing the Marathi votes or keeping UBT off balance.
So that's where the story ends actually. To begin with, I'd like to just say that, the politicians in Maharashtra are achieving fantastic things nowadays. This is a peaceful state, industrial state. Just June figures show that the state has given 30,000 crore rupee GST revenue, which is the highest, not just the highest, but it's equal to 5 or 6 states put together, etc. This is a very highly progressing state, industrialized state, where before every election, what our politicians have achieved is some kind of polarization. Before the Lok Sabha polls and assembly polls, you saw caste-based polarization. Before the Mumbai municipal and Thane municipal polls, you see the linguistic polarization. So that's a achievement, so to speak. Keeping that apart, I'd like to give you the picture. What is happening now is the general impression that everybody is talking about is that Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray have come together. But look, what the BJP is doing right now by bringing in this Hindi government resolution and other things is that they are empowering Raj Thackeray. So Raj Thackeray, who was not doing very badly in recent polls, etc., is now getting empowered, and his men are seen out on the street, and he gets empowered. And I can guarantee you that Raj and Uddhav are going to fight separately in the upcoming polls. So what is happening right now, to give your national viewers, general picture and conclusion of what exactly the picture is that I don't think that viewers in Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai and other places are interested in what route was approved by police and what route for the morcha was not approved. The larger picture is that Raj Thackeray is getting empowered, and he is going to cut into Uddhav Thackeray's votes, which is going to help the BJP in the upcoming polls in Maharashtra. Which means that the Marathi vote, which is going to count a lot in the Mumbai municipal polls, Thane, Navi Mumbai, Pune, all the municipal polls, including Nashik also, because that's where also we have a lot of migrants. That Marathi sentiment, or the Marathi vote getting, Marathi sentiment getting galvanized is what you see on the streets and in your window right now.
No, but
central visuals that you are playing. That's going to help.
But Rohit,
Raj Thackeray,
it cannot be a controlled narrative, particularly after the cousins, the Thackeray brothers sharing the dais. I mean, the BJP may have, thought about it on those lines, but how do you control the ambitions after they have come together?
Yes,
the first in 20 years.
Maria, what I wrote in an English publication just 5 days ago in Mumbai is that Raj and Uddhav coming together is because there is huge pressure from their supporters to come
Yes.
together.
Yes.
There might be crores of Manasainiks and Shiv Sainiks who want Raj and Uddhav to come together. So they had to put up some optics showing their supporters they are likely to come together, and that got a huge response. But when it comes to politics, when it comes to elections, what we know for sure is that they share the same vote bank. They share the Marathi vote bank. They share the same geographic, political map. And they cannot share that with each other. They have too many people who are aspiring for candidature.
Exactly.
There are too many people who want to become corporators, MLAs later, and they have to keep everybody satisfied. So take my word, they are going to fight the elections separately. They might have put up some show in Mumbai, which is great optics and which became headlines in regional media like anything for 2 days. But mark my words, they are going to fight elections
Rohit,
separately, and that's going to finally
I'm going to
help
go
the
with
BJP.
your words. And if you get it right, I will be speaking to you, and if you get it wrong, I'll be speaking to you either ways. So Manisha, Akhil, Manoj and Rohit Chandravarkar, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Shifting